Hey yo, what's up guys, Justinvels here, and today I'm back with another commentary video, and today we're going to be talking about, you guessed it, Dandadan episode 5, which just dropped recently. I know, I was a bit late to the party when it came to dropping episode 4. Hopefully episode 5 comes out real quick. If you like more content like this, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to check out my other videos, and without further ado, release the intro! Okay guys, with this episode right here, I'm going to be honest, it's not as crazy as the previous episodes. It's actually pretty chill. I'll say it's more or less like a filler episode. Pretty chill, not too much is going on, but still pretty entertaining. Unlike some shows, yes, I'm looking at you, Bleach. That bound arc was atrocious, but that's not what we're going to be talking about today. So with this episode, it starts off with Momo and Ken basically going back to school, just like it's normal. And I was thinking, damn, with all the craziness going on, I actually forgot these guys are still high school students, which is weird because usually shows don't really like to focus on the fact that these people have like lives.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Ken and Momo basically cross paths, and it's chill for the first part, but they get into some beef, and yeah, now they're just not talking, but yet they're thinking about each other in class. Like, make it make sense. Fast forward a little bit, and we get into their lunch break, and they're basically just trying to find each other. Again, I don't know what's going on. It's a bit stupid because one of them is going to the cafeteria, the other one's going to the store. Would it not have made more sense just to stay in one place? Especially for Ken as well. That guy doesn't move anywhere. I don't know why he wanted to be the most active guy of the year this time. I guess they're really trying to fit in that 23-minute time slot because there was a lot of waffling going on. So when they finally meet, after both of them actually managing to stay still for once in their lives, they basically end up making up until Momo's friends, yes, Momo has other friends besides Ken, which is weird because they keep making reference as if she's super popular in school and stuff. I'm gonna be honest, I've only seen her roll with like 2 people. Momo's friends end up finding Momo and Ken together, and basically they do what any other normal friend group does, start teasing them to see if they're linking or not. I'm gonna be honest, it was pretty funny for the first 2 seconds until Momo just started taking it personal.
What's wrong with you, bro? What the heck? You tripping, bro? You tripping?
It starts getting really deep because now they're beefing for real this time. Don't know why, but it is what it is. And after that, it basically results in one of the craziest things to happen this episode.
What do you mean by that?
One of the craziest things. There's a couple crazy things that happen, but this is quite bad. Ken ends up going to the toilet after, and you know, he's doing his business, and then he realizes his manhood is gone. His family jewels is gone. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm thinking, how is this even still a thing?
How? Hold on, bro. How? I'm saying, how? Like, talk to me, bro.
Because last time I checked, they defeated Turbo Granny and he should have gotten his family jewels back, but no. Instead, he got half of it back. It doesn't really make any sense. I don't know how he went through the entire night and the entire day without realizing. It's just a bit weird.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
Surely you would feel like something's gone, right? After this, Ken's like, okay, I have to squash this beef right now because this is serious. I need to get the person with the psychokinesis abilities, and we're gonna have to try and do something about this because there's no way I'm dealing with this on my ones. And he has a point because any normal person would have been freaking out, and this guy was bugging. He was tweaking, so he went to go and find Momo and try and apologize and try to tell her about the situation. Momo, I don't even know what was going on this episode. I'm gonna be honest, she was actually kind of annoying me because it was one of those things where it's like you're getting angry and getting annoyed over things you shouldn't be getting annoyed about. It was a very annoying episode for me. I'm gonna be honest, Momo was giving me Sakura vibes, and I didn't like that at all because again, she's not a bum. And yeah, they're basically going back and forth at this point, and she's just acting as if she don't know him anymore. And then Ken made one of the craziest plays and called her out on this and said, I don't understand why you're trying to act different when there's other people around, when 2 seconds ago you were trying to talk to me about aliens. This guy was on smoke, and you know what, he was crashing out, but it was a justifiable crash out because I would have crashed out too. And yeah, so after that, he's just thinking, you know what, forget her because it's not really worth it if the person just is acting like a bum and doesn't want to talk to you. Now he's now walking through the corridor and he basically bumps into this girl with pink hair. Now, going through the laws of anime and TV, we all know if you encounter any character that has colorful hair or any distinct features, more than likely they're either the main character or they're part of the main cast. So she bumps into Ken. She's kind of feeling Ken a little bit, and I'm thinking, whoa, what's going on? And I'm thinking it must be the taper fade with the perm. I'm gonna be honest, this guy was not getting any girls in episode 1. This guy's episode 1 design was crazy. Now that Turbo Granny is giving him basically a fresh cut, he's getting all the play, and I'm not complaining because it was about time my boy Ken locked in for once. And Ken's not really used to this type of action, to be honest, so he was kind of getting a bit flustered here and there, but we stay composed. And you might be thinking, where's Momo when all of this is going on? And Momo is basically watching this from a distance, just thinking, yeah, who is this girl? Because why is she holding on to my guy like that? And I'm thinking, why are you getting pressed? Because last time I checked, you ditched him. Obviously, they had to tie this in somehow, and the girl with pink hair, she was talking really badly behind my boy Ken's back. And I'm thinking, damn.
Started thinking to myself, man, What did he do to make them niggas that mad?
You was literally just feeling him like 2 seconds ago, and now you're just talking bad about him. And I'm not gonna lie, it was quite bad. It was quite bad. So what happened next, I thought it was justified. I'm gonna be honest, I was a bit heated when I watched this. I was thinking, how can you do my boy dirty like that? It doesn't really make any sense. And I guess Momo must have felt the same way, because what she ended up doing after was outrageous. She basically ended up hitting the sonic rings out of her using a steel ball with her psychokinesis abilities. And I thought, you know what? Fair enough. This was definitely a Momo redemption arc for me in this episode. And I thought, okay, you went from being an annoying bum to being normal now. We've now restored GOAT level balance. I'll leave that as like a little blip in the character development. Momo basically ends up grabbing Ken and they basically get up out there. And that's when Ken starts spilling the beans. He's like, yo, my family jewels are gone. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't think we defeated Turbo Granny, because if we did, I would have had the full package. Right now, I only have 50%. And I know Amazon Prime doesn't do delivery that quickly, so I have no idea what's going on. And fast forward just a little bit more, we're now back at Momo's house. At this point, Momo's house is just the base of operation at this point, because anything that goes on, they're just going to Momo's house. They don't even bother to even like go anywhere else. Turns out we end up discovering that Turbo Granny is actually still inside our boy Ken, and is not as strong as it was before, but it's a bit different. As they're basically doing a ritual to get Turbo Granny to basically reveal herself, Momo basically saw a piece of Turbo Granny's spirit still inside of Ken, and she basically just pulled it out. Now, when they did this whole extraction or exorcism, whatever you want to call it, and they basically ended up extracting it into none other than a cat doll. I know it's a bit crazy, but you know what? It's dandadan. Anything can happen. Out of all the things that's happened in this show, this is actually not that wacky. So after this, you might be thinking Ken should be fine since they basically got the Turbo Granny spirit out of him, and he should have his full package. No, because now they have to catch Turbo Granny. And to be honest, it was definitely a lot easier than the previous episode, because they ended up catching her and cornering her and started interrogating her, as they should. They asked, where's the family jewels? Turbo Granny said, nah. At the end of the day, if I don't want to give him back his full package, I don't really have to. Now, Turbo Granny tries to flip the script and basically tries to get Ken really angry and says, look, if you just kill everybody in this house, then I'll just give you back your full package. Ken's looking like he might risk it for a biscuit. I'm thinking, whoa, Ken, you really gonna do that? Because at the end of the day, I don't blame you, but still, you really contemplating it. You can tell he's having an internal conflict. He's just crashing out at this point. And this crash out ends up allowing him to trigger nonchalant dreadhead form. And this time, he didn't do it with the help of Momo, which was very interesting, because before, he kind of needed Momo to suppress the spirit's power, but it's a bit different. Turns out, Ken has all the power of Turbo Granny inside of him, and the deal has now basically switched. And Momo basically capitalizes on this, because I'm convinced she's about her bag, and she basically says, look, if you want your power back, just tell us where his full package is, and we'll try and do something about you getting your powers back. Turbo Granny's like, look, I'll help you, but at the end of the day, I really don't know where I left his family jewels. I kind of lost it.
Is this nigga serious?
What do you mean you kind of lost it? You don't just forget it. It's not like, oh, I left my AirPods at home or something. She just literally just said she left it somewhere and she can't remember. Now, me personally, I think where she's left it is just a completely different forbidden territory, number one. Or number two, there was a deal that was made between her and another yokai as to what happens to this guy's family jewels. This is just me speculating. I don't know if I'm right or not. We'll probably have to see in the later episodes or maybe the later seasons. After that basically concludes the episode at this point, because nobody really knows what's going to happen, and we're going to have to wait until next week to find out. Overall, I think the episode wasn't too bad. I think it was actually alright. I think it was a nice, calm episode, especially with the craziness that was going on for like the past 4 episodes, which is a bit crazy to think that we're only on episode 5 right now. Because to be honest, the pacing is quite nice, and I want to be real, I didn't want the whole show to switch back to being based inside the high school. Nobody wants to go and see people learn. Nobody wants to go and see this guy get bullied again. And I have a feeling that that girl with the pink hair that I mentioned earlier is maybe a medium. I feel like she's gonna have supernatural abilities, and I'm here for it. But yeah, if you guys like more content like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, peace.